strangely enough, the first place in the woods, I got lost there so many times.
What? Really? No way! With the wind chimes or the marked trees?
No, I got the wind chimes and the marked tree bit, but when you go back there later on in the game, and there's like a bit more you can do there. There's more bad guys, and there's a void somewhere which I haven't found. I just found a tower. I got completely lost. It takes me ages to go, finally, back at that site, or finally, back at the APC, because
no way.
I'm just running around like a headless chicken by all accounts.
The Sinedra Forest.
Oh, God, you remember the names. Did you remember that name, or did you write that down?
No, I just remembered the name.
No.
Hello and welcome back to a brand new episode of everyone's favorite podcast, the Critical Arcade Podcast. I'm your co-host, Nick.
And I'm Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Nick, you well?
Rapid fire question, Dave. Which game would you never survive 5 minutes in?
Whoa, that's like a 200-page list.
Yeah, rapid fire question.
Left 4 Dead, Half-Life, Roller Coaster Tycoon,
whoa.
Theme Hospital.
Whoa, you've got these
I am a very delicate human being. Like, if it's not Putt-Putt Goes to the moon or whatever, I'm dead. I die almost instantly.
Wait, did you say Theme Hospital?
Theme Hospital, yeah. Have you played Theme Hospital? They got bloaty heads, like major piles, things like that.
But people get cured in Theme Hospital, surely.
It depends. It depends if you're good at the game or not. People die. Yeah, sorry, that was a reach from old pull from the gaming catalogs.
Theme Hospital. Does that have anything to do with Theme Park World?
It does actually. Bullfrog.
Yeah.
The original Bullfrog games. Yep.
I used to play the shit out of that game.
I played the original theme park before it hit the world status. It was this ugly looking sandbox simulator. Still good. Still liked it. Played hours of it.
Oh hell yeah.
Why do you ask? Why
on the list?
Why you really do?
Which game will we never survive in?
Yes.
Because I think after this week, I've got a brand new answer.
Well, it's so funny because this isn't the what's the other game that released this week that I'm now instantly blanking about? The really
Chronos, The New Dawn.
Yeah, everybody's like, well, it's obviously got to be Chronos, right? No. Let's face it, neither of us would have survived that game for 1 second.
No, very true, very true.
Yeah. But anyway, okay, yes, by all accounts, is this one of the games that you would not survive in, or do you think you'd be akin to?
No, of course not. I would not survive. Dave, okay, you know, we need the name. How would you tell us what did you play this week?
Maybe a few of you may have guessed it this week. It's a game that only came out a few days ago. It's strangely been in competition with Chronos, by all accounts. Because it kind of had the same window, and it's everywhere like, which one should you play? Chronos or Hell Is Us, and that's the one we were playing this week.
Hell Is Us.
One that you've been looking forward to for a while, right? That got on your radar pretty soon.
I cannot remember when the first trailer dropped. I think it was 2023 at a Sony State of Play. It must have been at a State of Play. This trailer dropped, and it caught my eye, much like Expedition 33's eye. My eye caught Expedition 33 as well, and it's been on my radar ever since.
Understandable, because this is your genre type of game, right? Fighting, dark, end of the world, everyone's dying, morbid.
Oh yeah, this is definitely my type of game. I got into this. I really enjoyed this.
I enjoyed this game more than I thought it was.
Whoa!
Yeah, I know, that's shocking for me, because Nick told me out of like a scary level, this is a 4, which he's insane.
Out of 10. Out of 10.
No, this is not a 4. This is 6.
What? Okay, 6. All right. Okay, 6.
4 is Theme Hospital. No, I joke. No, okay. But yeah, this game was less scary than I thought it was, but it does have a lot more in it that actually kept me going through playing it. I must admit, this isn't bad. This wasn't too bad.
No, I'd put this a couple of steps above not too bad. I think this is the good stuff. I think this is the juice that Michael Jordan passes his team at the end of Space Jam.
Space Jam. Okay. That's a great analogy by all accounts. This was developed by a company called Rogue Factor, which I'd never heard of. And it was released... Yeah, it was released on PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox all at the same time, which is always great to see.
Yeah, and published by Nacon, who gave us a code for this review. So thank you, Nacon.
Much appreciated. And one fun thing I did find out this, because I don't know if I told you, my brother is a big Deus Ex fan. The original Deus Ex,
I didn't know that.
Human Revolution and Mankind Divided. And the same art director from those games is the art director for this game, which I thought was kind of cool to see, because the new-ish Deus Ex games, the art in it is actually really, really very good. Like, it's very cool. So he's got some pedigree to be coming on board to Rogue Factor, and it comes across in this game. It's a very pretty game. And it said it was inspired by... This got me a little bit, because I'd never heard of these films, which I'm a bit... A film called Annihilation, and another film called Southern Reach Trilogy. I don't know if... I'm not sure if that's a film or a book series. I can't remember now.
Wait a minute.
Have you heard of either of them?
Yes.
Which one?
Wait a minute. You've not watched Annihilation?
No. It sounds like a straight-to-DVD type movie. Is it not? Like.
Oh, no.
Oh, Natalie
Has it
Portman.
happened?
Damn.
Has this happened? Has it finally happened?
Had a crush on...
We've come across a movie that I've watched and you've not?
There's not a chance. Why would you have ever watched this movie? You have kids. Wait a minute. When it came out, 2018. Damn it, you had no kids.
Annihilation.
This is the no kid arc of your life. You actually had spare time, right?
Correct. Me watching Annihilation is officially part of my dad lore.
Yeah, exactly it. Okay, out of curiosity, now you've got a background in it, would you agree? Does Annihilation and this game kind of have some crossroads or some inspiration taken from it in any regards?
Yes!
Would you? Okay, you can actually see it.
Absolutely yes. Both Annihilation and Hell Is Us fit into the camp that I would call the new weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you.
It's very difficult to describe what I think the new weird is. A lot of people have done it much better online, so give it a Google if you want to find out what the new weird is. But
is that actually a turn of phrase?
Yes, people are using the term the new weird.
Oh wow, I'm learning young vernacular today. Because there was that German series on Netflix called Dark or something, right?
Yes, Dark.
That was also...
I think I've not watched that.
That had the same feeling. That kind of had the same kind of notes and vibes that this game plays out.
Okay.
So I'm still just reeling. He's watched a movie, ladies and gents. I don't know how I'm supposed to go from here. Like, this is crazy. This is the upside down or something.
Yes, this is revolutionary ground.
We've changed
not been
timelines.
Here before. What do I do with my hands? I don't know.
Yeah, no, exactly, right? You feel uncomfortable now. You know, everything's changed.
So yes, Hell Is Us, Annihilation, I describe that as the new weird. A genre breaking through of sci-fi that you don't get all the answers.
Yes, very true, very true. And that's the whole stick of this game by all accounts, right?
Very true, yes.
There's no hand-holding and there's no just what we're used to. It's very weird to take away what we're used to and then put that forward as a new gaming mechanic. Kind of, if you know what I mean. It's like
the omission of it.
Yes, right? And that's like, oh, wow, this is crazy. It's never been done before. Actually, go to like the 90s.
Yeah.
All games were like that.
Exactly.
I remember...
But that's their point, though. That's their point. That's exactly what FromSoft was trying to do in 2008 with Demon Souls.
Yeah, it has the same mechanic, because there's no defined quest lines and stuff
exactly,
like that, right?
And it's trying to harken back to the days where games were challenging.
I remember back in the day, Star Wars Dark Forces, right? Just a normal first-person shooter. There was one part in that where I was stuck for like 6 hours. And okay, I remember Game FAQs? I'm sure it still exists.
Of course.
I had to go in there, and there was a 3x4 vent that I had to break to get to the other part of the level, just back in the corner, underneath a desk. And you were supposed to just know this. You were supposed to just find this out on your own. Games back in the day were hard, and this is kind of harking back onto that respect.
Games back in the day, they were tough. They weren't. Anyway, how about we dive into the narrative?
Yes, I would. One thing I wrote, the very first thing on this, and I kind of loved because it actually makes sense, is that your character, I don't know his name.
Remy.
Thank you. I can see him. All the people in my head. Journalist lady.
I can see his hair as clear as day.
Yeah, that's right. I love that he's a sociopath. Because it makes the rest make so much more sense.
Yes.
Because he's not scared of anything. He doesn't really care about talking to people. It just makes so much more sense in a world that's so like just full of despair and like
exactly
and just
a world like
terror.
This.
Yeah,
you kind of need to be a sociopath.
Yeah, your hero is a sociopath by all accounts. He's the perfect person to be doing these things.
Yeah,
and it was a fun way to write one in. Like writing in a sociopath is such a fun like story thing to be able to play with. Like it doesn't. I can't think of another game that does that. Granted, you could argue that Doomslayer and all those other people are kind of sociopaths in their own right.
Maybe,
but I love that this was put in the
less human than Remy.
Yes, but I love its lore. They tell you straight away, kind of early on, that he's actually a sociopath.
Yeah.
And it's more just the mission of finding out what happened compared to emotionally wanting to find out what happened, which it was a very cool starting point, which I liked about this.
Same.
And it's funny, I just see my notes here. I literally wrote down his name, Remy, and I didn't see it.
No, I think it's because at the start of the game, that is the only character that you know. There's no one, compared to all other games where you kind of start with a couple of characters, a semblance of a crew. Here, nothing. You get dropped into this world and you know zero persons. Yeah,
it is a hallowing type thing, right? When you just go in. Granted, you meet your little drone friend. I don't know if you named him. Mine was called Duncan.
I don't know why. Owl.
He wasn't that helpful. I actually found the drone could be one of the poorer parts of the game, in my opinion.
Really?
I did. I just
as part of the game, but gameplay or
it kind of just for me, which is pasted on there just because drones are cool now. Everyone's a drone and everything's drones, and it felt to me like, oh, okay, a drone. Okay. I guess it makes sense.
No, I didn't feel like that at all.
Fair enough. Well, as we said, you start off as Remy, a deserter from the Organized Nations Peacekeeping Force, who returns to his homeland, which he was snuck out of as a baby, to find out what happened to his mother, fundamentally, right? Why did they get out? What happened to the homeland of Hadia?
His parents. He was smuggled out, and now he's back to get some answers.
Yeah, and that's kind of his driving force. It's very weird, again, like, because he's a sociopath. It isn't to save humanity. It isn't to hugely help Hadia, the country that you're in, overcome anything. It's literally kind of a really selfish need just to find out why. It just kind of ends up being a bit bigger pictured in the long run in regards to what happens to his father, who his father was, what legacy he has, and all the other things that come into play. Which, again, it's got lovely trails of things that just keeps pulling you in. Like I said, you're first chasing down a blacksmith, and you find out who the blacksmith is, and then there's death, and there's a journalist, and then there's weird crap going down, and puzzles.
Puzzles.
Like, jeez.
And puzzles. More and more of them.
But that's one of the good things about the narrative here is that, like you were saying earlier, it's not just go to marker 1, go to marker 2 for more story, go for marker 3 for more story. Like, it's literally a puzzle. The whole game is.
Isn't it just so refreshing? Isn't it just so great that the game just doesn't spoon feed you like a little kid? Like a person that you don't know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
No, the game tells you where to go. You just need to listen.
But that's one of those great things. I found, the second area, the marshes, right? The big like
Ecstasy marshes.
You go to. I was like, it's one of those things where you're so used to being told follow this marker. I was like, do I go to the town first? Yeah. Or do I check what that big black voidy bubble is?
Right.
Do I check the ruins? Because there is no presumption really that where are you supposed to go? Left, forward, north, south?
Exactly.
Like it doesn't tell you by any extent.
Yeah, exactly. Because the game doesn't tell you what to do, you can do whatever piques your curiosity.
But also kind of adds to the layer of tension and kind of horror. right? Because I'm so used to go there to the blacksmith so that he can power up your weapons so that you can become overpowered.
Yeah.
This is like, part of me was thinking, what if I go right and it's like a boss fight? Kind of like Elden Ring or something like that. That's kind of like super stressful.
Okay.
That added stress to my gameplay thinking, but what if I go the wrong way? I don't want to go the wrong way. I want to go the good, healthy way. That's in regards to...
That's the thing. If this game took the advice from Sven Vinke, you know, you make a game and you service the game design, they know that the game they're making is objective markerless.
Yeah.
So people are just gonna probably listen and go wherever, but there's gonna be that 30% of people that are going to run around.
Yes, of course, yes.
So if they do the game design right, they're going to let the 30% run around.
But it was one of those interesting surveys I remember seeing a long time ago now, right? They asked a bunch of gamers, right? If the game's narrative tells you to turn right at the sign, do you turn right or do you turn left?
I turn left.
If there's a left. And more people chose left, the gamer mind, because you think, but what if there's loot?
Exactly.
Or what if I miss something down the left, right? Because I know I'm supposed to go that way and that will develop story, but I want to know what's left. And it's the same thing here. It keeps giving you that, okay, I think I'm supposed to go that way, but I want to go this way. And then again, you do the same thing and you get lost in the world and it's got a really kind of fascinating delve into like emotional states, right?
Yes.
In regards to, you know, the atmosphere, the symbolism, the existential dread and the terror of the whole the world or the country you're in is just falling apart. It's even got as I guess you'd call it as elements, right? In regards to rage, grief, terror, and ecstasy, right?
Yes, exactly.
Which was an interesting one. I thought that was an intriguing.
I didn't even tie it to what's happening in the country at all. So yes, you've got rage, grief,
right?
Ecstasy. What else have you got?
Terror. Which is kind of what's going on around you. It's yes. You know, you could have quite easily chucked in the fire, ice, lightning, and earth, and the you know the cliched stuff. But it was really interesting to think that some of the weapons, especially storyline wise, kind of suggest that these weapons are kind of powered by that emotional state that the world could be going through and stuff like that. Which is fun little addition to sprinkles on top of a narrative kind of just makes you go.
And if you keep thinking about it and you keep thinking about the setting that you're in, it just makes sense.
Yes, and some of the and again, like we said, when in regards to the dread and stuff, some of the little stories you go into, some of them are like little side quests and signs of being a paragon of light and stuff. You find a girl who hid in her house and is terrified to leave. You find a mother who's run out of milk to feed her child. All these little stories hidden underneath in the cellars or on top of the roof, and you find these tiny little bits of stories that kind of entwine with one another.
You're right, but some of those stories are just...
They're hard.
It's just horrible.
Right? Yeah. Like to be honest with you,
in a good sense that it keeps you immersed in the game. Some of those stories are just nightmarish.
I'm going through the stories now, and I don't think even one of them is nice.
No.
We got a starving child, an abandoned child. We got somebody's dead watch. Right? There's the teddy bear.
I've got a couple of them written down here.
Yeah.
Just a farmer father who returned home to find 3 of his sons murdered in his house.
That's right, but he thinks the last one's alive still, right?
Yeah.
He's clutching onto hope that the last one's alive.
Yeah. In the middle of the field, in another zone, you can find a tree full of hung bodies.
That's
Not
right.
just
that's right. Yeah.
any bodies, but the corpses of young children.
Mm-hmm. With the teddy bear underneath it, right?
Exactly, yes, with the bloody teddy bear, you're right. Yeah. You could find the scared old woman stuck in the sewers, hiding from the soldiers with a starving baby that can actually die if you don't get it milk quick enough.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is that true?
That's true.
Oh, bugger. How quickly is quick enough?
No, Dave.
Oh, damn. Where do you get the milk? I've not come across someone with milk.
Oh, do you maybe know a farmer?
Oh, does he have milk?
Yes.
Ah, damn.
They gave you a clue. On your way out of his farm, they even shine a little ray of sun on the only cow he has left grazing.
Oh, he does have a cow. I know the cow. I looked at the cow. Oh, no.
See, there's a little contextual clue that it shows you subtly by showing and not telling that, look, he's got a cow, he's got milk, he's a farmer. And then 5 hours later, when you find a baby starving for milk,
I can't go back there now. That late, I've got the milk bottles. They're empty. Yeah. I thought, that's sad. I feel bad.
When I found this woman in the sewer with this crying baby, this struck a chord.
Let me point out initially, I'm terrified. We're under the tunnels. It's dark, and there's a baby crying. That instantly gives me
echoing,
like dead space.
And it's echoing.
I'm like, do I really want to go towards this baby crying? Is this going to be some sort of weird monstrosity that I don't want to come to head to head with? Luckily, it was a baby, so I was kind of relieved.
Oh,
Feel
luckily,
bad about
it's
it now,
just
though.
a starving baby.
Oh, God, yeah, it's true. That's a weird sentence, but yeah, true.
So, you know what? This struck a chord with me. As a parent who have babies myself, I immediately dropped everything I was doing in the game and made it my mission to get this milk.
Did you click straight ahead, cow?
No,
were you like,
no, I did not at all.
I feel bad now. Damn it. And there's a mysterious bunny or bear on a chair in a room that I don't know what that's supposed to do, because you're supposed to add an item to it, and I cannot find the item. So it's like,
I don't know what this is. But
see?
Anyway,
fun. Go on, good part of the game though.
There are tons of these different mysteries.
Yes, exactly.
One is, here's one: a politician bound by his hands and hung by the neck from the ceiling in his office by rabid protesters.
I haven't come across that one.
You've not?
No.
That's tough, that one. But by far the worst one I've found, or the second worst one, is a dad clutching his wife and child in front of a mass grave.
Yes, that one I did
find that one quite early. The worst one, stay with me, is the corpse of a woman on a kitchen table.
Yes, I came into bumped to her just recently.
Oh, it's the worst.
Right?
Legs open, underwear down.
Yeah.
Ugh, a soldier in the corner who just finished. Oh, it's.
So it's a cheery narrative, everyone. There's, but it kind of, granted, ladies and gents, this is kind of an adult game. This isn't for youngsters.
And there's a content warning at the start.
There is, yes.
There's a content warning at the start of the game. We might have put a content warning before that section of the podcast. Sorry,
yeah, that's true. This is, but it just builds for the atmosphere of where you are. You are in a country on the precipice of just plain breaking apart.
Yes. It is. It's almost to the point where it can't. There's no turning back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like this country can be saved by an angel politician, somebody just fixing everything. No, this is the Titanic. Yeah, like straight up in the water, and it's breaking in half. That's what
and this world
is going through.
This world itself has actually been blocked off by the rest of the world. It's so bad, right? Like they don't want it spreading to the rest of the globe in regards to. So this it's a very morbid atmosphere, but it just adds to the story a lot.
It does. Although everything else, go on. The tonal whiplash you get from going back and forth from a country ravaged by civil war to an ancient uncovering of a demonic tale.
Yeah, that's right.
I was in a dungeon fighting these demons and figuring out who the priest and pope person is that I need to save. And then when I got out of the cave, oh, wait a minute, it's still civil war. These soldiers have guns. I forgot about that part completely for a couple of hours.
Yeah, I forgot that you came in with a gun, didn't you? In the very first cutscene and stuff.
Yes!
You come with a handgun, right? You
just put it down.
And by all accounts, the big chinned monstrosity you're chatting to, it's got a big question mark. I love that design and that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but I
don't know who it is.
Story-wise, it's great just seeing him there, like the big bad by all accounts.
Although I'm anticipating it's gonna be ooh, what's the narrative device when you start at the end?
Yeah, starting at the end. I'm sure
starting
there's a
at the end, I guess.
it.
I'm gonna predict that this game is gonna end at that.
Yes, I think
very,
so too.
Very,
it weirdly enough reminded me of Persona 5. I know it's a weird reach. You could remember in Persona 5 you start off being interrogated by the hot woman, right?
Sai Nijima, thank you very much.
Right. And I was like, oh, it's kind of like Persona. Like, it's a very weird connection, but it did remind me a bit of Persona 5.
Although I don't think this is going to take the Persona route and have the, you know what, I'm not going to spoil Persona.
That's very true. Everyone play Persona.
Do it now.
When you have a spare
Royal
200
version.
hours.
And
right?
then Metaphor.
Yeah, another 200 hours. Just, when we've all got that spare time.
Yeah,
anything else narratively you want to add?
No, I think there's a load of other stuff. Like the lore is so chunky and impenetrable.
Yeah. Famous so.
Yeah, okay, visuals.
So the visuals here, I thought I had a big brain concept, but then I just realized I'm wrong. I thought, right, the I don't know what they're called, the weird white void
I just refer to them
right?
as demons. The demons.
Demons, right? I thought they had that, they got like a caved in face with like the lines kind of, and I thought that was like my big brain was going, is that like the mapping the lines for mountains and stuff like that? I thought maybe it was this whole mapping scheme of things.
Like
you
the
don't
main
have a
menu.
Map. Yeah, exactly. Because you don't have a map, everything seemed mappy.
Yes.
I was like, ooh, is this going to be some sort of map thing? And I haven't found anything to suggest that I'm right in the slightest. They're just weird. They remind me a little bit of a Dali painting. You know, the melted clocks and all the other weird little... Yeah.
Or Hieronymus Bosch.
Yes, yeah, exactly. It's got that same kind of weird, eerie... More out of place than super scary, right?
Yes,
more weird than they
I wouldn't
terrifying.
call it scary. I'd call it weird.
Yeah,
or to be more specific, new weird.
Yes. Yeah, there we go. Maybe it's new weird.
Also, you mentioned you don't have a map in this game.
No.
And everyone keeps saying that.
You don't.
You do.
Oh, you can find little maps, right? Yeah.
Yes, you can find a map. You can find a drawn map of the land.
And it took me like 2.5 hours to realize you can access that through your loadout thing and just press down.
Quick item slots down at the bottom.
Yeah, it took me ages to realize that.
You know what? 2 hours of quick.
Yeah, I know. I was like, whoa, okay. Because... again, like we said, the one nice thing about this is that you spoke to the little girl and she said she saw the vans go west. So I went upstairs, looked out the gap the little girl pointed, got my little compass out and went, okay, that way. And then I followed the compass, like old school, compass use, or like, I can't remember the proper word, orienteering.
Yes.
Right? I've not done that in a game for a long time.
Isn't that just so much better?
It's certainly more
following
immersive
the little objective diamond.
Yes, I agree. It is better. It is more interesting.
It is engaging. It is immersive.
Except for when you've got the directional prowess of... Do you know Zoro from One Piece?
Yes, I do know Zoro from One Piece.
I'm as good with directions as he is in the anime by all accounts.
The anti-pigeon.
Yeah, I just kept ending up in the same spot going, wait, why? I turned left, I swear. Especially, strangely enough, the first place in the woods, I got lost there so many times.
What? Really? No way! With the wind chimes or the marked trees?
No, I got the wind chimes and the marked tree bit, but when you go back there later on in the game, and there's like a bit more you can do there's more bad guys, and there's a void somewhere, which I haven't found. I just found a tower. I got completely lost. It takes me ages to go, finally, back at that site, or finally, back at the APC, because I'm just running around like a headless chicken by all accounts.
I've not even... The Sinedra Forest.
Oh, God, you remember the names. Did you remember that name, or did you write that down?
No, I just remembered the name.
No.
I've not gone back to the Sinedra Forest yet.
Okay, yeah, there's not much going on, to be honest. It's just a big tower. And I couldn't find the void thing. But on that note, on a bad thing, and I found this out, and I did some research on it, the demon variety doesn't really change.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Isn't that a bit sad? Right?
It is. Yeah, it is. There's only 5 different types of demons.
And they kind of have their own little rage monsters, terror monsters, ecstasy monsters.
Yeah, they have this inner element heart thing that kind of gets
pixelated
ejected.
Things that come after you, which are kind of fun, gameplay-wise. But that's a bit disappointing. I was expecting it to ramp up a bit. It's just the same bad guys, but then they get like level 2 and level 3 in regards to health and damage they deal.
Level 3.
That was a bit... I get that this isn't Elden Ring, this isn't Dark Souls. Yeah, exactly. This isn't all about defeating different bad guys. This is narrative.
We've had this conversation on the podcast before. AAA titles have the luxury of going all out on everything.
No, that's very true. That's very true.
AA games, especially indie games, don't have that luxury. You kind of need to focus on 1 or 2 spots to go all out. That's right. And the rest are going to have to be mediocre.
That's right. You got to benchmark something and say, "Oh, we're spending too much time on this. We got to finish this, and this."
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
So is this AA? Would you say this is AA again?
I would definitely say that this is AA. This is on the same level as Chronos: The New Dawn, Expedition 33. Maybe not in quality, but in scope.
Yes, agreed. Let's lay it in. We're not saying it's bad. Visually, it's actually quite impressive. I didn't find too much wrong, like frame skips or frame drops or anything like that.
I thoroughly enjoyed the visuals in this game.
Do you know what visuals I didn't like in this game? This is again a personal me.
Let me guess. Remy's hair.
No, this okay. That's very. This is. Okay, you've been to the Witch's Watch bit, right? Where you have to solve those puzzles to get to the room with the little rose discs and stuff.
The Watcher's Nest.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry, Witches, Watchers. You remember things. I just go there and remember.
Yes.
Do you know
the Watcher's Nest in Vissa Hills.
Do you know how long I spent in there not knowing there was something behind the whiteboard?
Oh, really?
I was going mad. I understood which one it was. I got the names. I got the date. I was thinking, what is going on? I've tried every combination of button. Yeah. But visually, I didn't see that behind the bloody whiteboard that's got all like the info on it, there's a little cavern with I was so annoyed.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually on the game. They shouldn't have done that.
Yes. I want a personal apology from the game makers for hiding it behind a big standing out whiteboard that I should have looked behind because I was annoyed.
Yeah, who's the art director for Rogue Factor? He must be a newbie.
Right. I bet you he's made nothing else. But it was, again, it's got lots of mystery. It is very dark. It's very...
Yes. I'm a huge fan when games do dark right.
Yeah. Yes.
What did we play? What did we play the other day where a game just refuses to be dark? I think it was Mafia: The Old Country, it's Gears of War. Fine game. Okay, I enjoyed it a lot, but the sections where it's supposed to be dark, in a tomb, in a cave, it's so bright.
It does get better later on in like 2 and 3, but I do agree. Even the fact that they're lambent, as in they get that like highlighter yellow aspect to them, which brightens everything up whenever you're underground as well. But yeah, this is
this game does dark right. You need to turn on the light for your drone to see anything.
Yeah, yes, and it adds to the atmosphere, right? Your weird little torchlight thing. Thank God it doesn't run out. Again, not a fan of horror games where your torch runs out.
Not great. See, just game design, good game design.
Here's one that's splitting people. What did you think of the UI interface for the loadout and the weird little green kind of like old DOS version user face things?
I thought that
Did you like that?
Fine, yeah. I wouldn't say I loved it, but I don't find a problem with it at all. What do you mean, the little tablet thing you've got?
The little tablet thing you got with all the different tabs you got to open and the like little.
Yeah, it's not the best user interface. There are loads of different things to push and prod and push and go into and find. So I
think we're kind of spoiled because the last game I saw that type of thing was Alan Wake 2. And then it's like, I want it like this. I want red string.
Exactly.
I want. It's kind of. I get it because it adds. It's kind of the world.
But Alan Wake 2, they didn't have a tablet from 1995. They had a mind palace.
Exactly.
That's mind palaces.
I want mind palace or palaces.
I want mind pally as well.
It was kind of. It just. I don't know. For me, I love putting all the things together and doing that little, what do I call it? Mind mapping thing where you get all the little bits and you add it together.
Yeah, that's fun. That's good.
Right?
They kind of give you what you need, but only bits of it.
Yes.
Instead of giving you the entire infographic on like a big brainstorm map where you can see everything.
Yes, exactly.
You kind of need to traverse your own information.
I thought everything else looked really kind of pretty until you go to your own tablet, and I'm thinking, okay, like why is this 18-bit? But I'm driving around in like an APC with like high-tech doodads and special
and a drone that's literally an owl.
Yeah, and again, another thing people have moaned a little bit about this is those mini cutscenes every single time. You know, the drone docking onto the top of the APC and you climbing out of the APC and stuff like that. People have kind of started moaning.
People like to complain.
Every single time. People
love to complain. There's nothing wrong with a 5-second cutscene to keep you immersed.
Yeah, and by all accounts, these are actually skippable. It would be a bit different if it was like a loading screen type thing, but you can skip them.
People should just stop complaining. It's not that bad.
Yeah, we do. We love to do it, don't we? We gamers. We love to point
complaining.
out.
We made a whole.
But apart from that, anything else like visually, it's got that somber. It's dark. It's got everything is just a question mark in regards.
It definitely has that. I do really like that they're not holding back on what a country deep in civil war really looks like. Some of the scenes are beautiful. My favorite being Lake Sinon.
Okay.
The lake.
There we go. Thank you. Did you say Lake Sinon? I heard Lex Sinon, and I thought, what the hell's a Lex Sinon?
I said lake. Lake Sinon.
Lake. With the blue flowers, right? Yeah, that's a
and the lake
spot, right?
and the lake house and the massive mountains. I thought that was so pretty. And then
also a bit. I'm stuck on.
What?
I'm stuck there.
That's where you're stuck.
I'm stuck there. I was walking around, found the little house, found the flowers, found the sneaky little tunnel on the side near the water, found the big puddle and pond with weird little puzzle clues about it, and I don't know what to do next.
Yeah, that did stump me for a while, but...
Okay, so there is something to do there. I don't need to go somewhere else to do something first. No, I have to keep looking around. But this is kind of the fun of the game, right? You're supposed to look around and not be
Don't you miss this? I think we used to call it like the playground. Is there a word for it, or just at school when you were stuck on a game, you didn't Google the answer. You went to school and you talked around. You talked around to who else had the game, and you would fish for answers. Kind of you would do some
kids,
recon.
Water cooler conversation, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's right. No, it's true.
Exactly.
It used to happen.
And you kind of need to do that with this game.
Yes. See, now I know, just by telling you, that I still need to look around that bloody place. Because I swear I've got everything, but I'll keep looking. But again, like you said, that's a good little like juxtaposition to the whole thing, right? It's a peaceful little nook of beautiful blue flowers on a lake.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite bit.
And you can see why that priest wants to run away there with the kids when he gets a chance, right? So that he can look after them in a beautiful spot. Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
It is a beautiful juxtaposition to the rest of the world.
Here we go. Jaffa and Rebecca.
There we go. Did you look that up, or did you remember that?
I remembered.
It's funny, because in England, calling someone a Jaffa I can't remember what it exactly means, but it's not a good thing. I just know it's not a good term.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. That's a very pretty place. I thought the same thing when I bumped into it, and I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of picturesque. This is like a pretty little...
It is picturesque.
I'd love to stay here.
That lake house might even be Jaffa's.
Yeah, it's true. And bees, right? Someone's looking after bees. Sorry, all those bee boxes. It looks like a lovely little place to live. Yeah, it could be Jason Statham, so we have to be careful. Do you get that reference, by the way?
No, I don't.
Beekeeper. It was it was in the cinemas like a few months ago. Again, never watched it, but you just know Jason Statham, there's bees, and he's going to beat up people for some reason or other. That's it. That's all you need to know about those movies. But Jason Statham looks after bees. Is it Statham or Statham?
Statham.
I never really know. Whatever. Sorry, that was the reference. He was in a movie about bees.
Thank you, Dave, for that.
The law. It's because you've trumped me on a movie now. I'm feeling I have to add movie references everywhere.
You know what? How about we go into audio?
Go on, audio man.
This is interesting.
Yes. Go on.
Tell me, I've got a question for you before we get into audio real deep. Have you heard of something called atrium carceri?
It sounds like a heart disease. Like, I know atrium is a part of the heart. No, I've not heard of atrium carceri. Did you say?
So, atrium carceri is a Latin phrase, and it's the name of an album, or a project rather, started in 2003 by a Swedish composer called Simon Heath.
That is the least Swedish name. I was expecting all sorts of accents to come out of you then. But Simon Heath was not the name I was expecting. Okay, yes, sounds good.
So this project, it's a load of albums that blend dark ambient music with some cinematic sound design to get some haunting story-like soundscapes. I used to listen to Atrium Carceri for hours.
Like what? Like for studying, or when you're reading a book, or what? For studying, okay.
To study, to focus, to concentrate. It would be some of the most nightmarish and hauntingly the quote unquote music or ambient sounds that I've ever heard. But damn, was I able to study while listening to that.
Out of curiosity, just because you brought this up now, would you suggest that clair obscur music is the same type or not? Is that too?
No.
That's too. It's less environmental and more orchestral and kind of musicy. So what other games apart from this would you say has the same thing?
The one word I would use to differentiate between what this is, Atrium Carceri, and most other music is tonality. Yeah. Something like Expedition 33's music is tonal, and this is atonal.
Okay. Tonal, like in clair obscur, it's sad, right? There's a tone of sadness throughout all the music. Not necessarily,
but they use the tonal scales developed by Johann Sebastian Bach.
Yeah.
Like 250 years ago.
Of course, but this one, in regards, this doesn't use that same scale, or what?
It doesn't.
Oh, interesting.
Sometimes so it's all just, there are some slight bits. Especially when they use the leitmotif.
Yeah.
Then they use there's some tonality, but for the majority of the time, no.
Okay, so it's kind of like the void of tonality is kind of one of the aspects of it, right? In regards to it's more just right.
More for Atrium Carceri. Yeah. It's music, it's dark and atmospheric and ambient, be the key word, of eerie melodies even that makes you feel like you're exploring abandoned places and forgotten worlds. And that's exactly why I thought of my time with Atrium Carceri. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. And linking that to Hell Is Us, because it feels this... It feels the exact same. It feels the same because Hell Is Us, it's very unique. And again, it employs atonal musical devices as well as synths to evoke longing, distant memories, and in this specific case, tainted histories.
Which makes sense. Like I said, those are narrative keys in regards to kind of what's happening in this game, memories and...
Correct.
For example, we forgot to point out our man's kind of like an amnesiac. Like, in theory, there's a reason why he can't remember why he left this country, and these people
he was
kind of suggested
5.
And one weird thing, did you read audio-wise that everybody has praised the dubbing of this in English, and supposedly the one in French is very good.
No,
and then the other ones are kind of good, but they say the Chinese dub is downright insane. It's supposed to be so bad, like
bad.
Yeah, they're supposed to use like as you know, like languages they progress, they evolve, they go from like Latin all to like what we got now, and being used terms like tilted and all the other things we do now. But the Chinese like dub of this game is supposed to be really old Chinese, which a lot of newer Chinese people don't even know what those words are.
Whoa.
Or it's supposed to be, and sometimes it's so out of place in the sentence structure of what they're saying. It's supposed to be absolutely playable. You cannot gauge the storyline listening to the Chinese dub of it, which they're fixing. They put their hands up and said, "We understand. We need to fix this." I don't know who did it, but it's supposed to be. There are supposedly Chinese YouTubers and influencers that play the game because it's hilarious. Because it's the comedy of
because
the
it's
scenes.
Hilarious. Ooh, are you telling me China has some good bad on their hands?
Yes, some Chinese good
love
bad.
myself
just
some
coming
good
out
bad.
It's like people who play Heavy Rain and just get everything wrong. They play the Chinese localization and it's all about death and stuff like that. That's great. And it just, which is kind of funny, but China...
You know what? A lot of people dunk on good bad. No, that's a good time. That's entertainment there.
But the Chinese people do also kind of want it fixed because...
Of course. No, I mean, if it's a good game, yes, get it fixed. Yeah. Yes. If the entire game is good bad, keep it as is.
Like the Resident Evil games, right? Like those are the kings. And a Metal Gear Solid. You'd never want to change a word of Metal Gear Solid games.
Not at all. No, never. Don't do it.
Good. Anyway, anything else audio you like?
I've got one part, my favorite part, that I don't even want to say now because I know exactly where you are in the game. And by saying this, it's going to spoil.
I'll do it anyway. I'm playing it again later tonight. I don't mind spoilers. I forget half them in about 24 hours anyway, so...
My favorite part of the soundtrack is when you're in... No, but I don't want to spoil it for the listeners now.
Oh, well,
I'm gonna skip this. Something happens and you go in somewhere, and as you're moving into where you are going, this sucks. The soundtrack dynamically and gradually changes as you change locales. The soundtrack, the notes stay the same. The timbre changes.
Okay.
It sounds
as in
different.
It builds up, does it, in regards to tension?
Gradually, as you are playing, they add reverb, right?
Okay.
And they add echoes to the long, dark hallways as you go
so I was about to say,
deeper.
you're traversing something that could cause echoes and stuff like that, right?
And this happens mid-gameplay.
Cool. Did you know? It's so crazy to me that you notice that type of thing where I'm just getting my weapons ready and just scared what's going to come out the corner. You're going down that same corridor going, ooh, listen to that. And I'm like, oh,
well,
did that actually happen?
More gamers should use their ears. Listen.
Yes, that's very true.
Turn off the streamer you're listening to, please. For goodness sake. Listen to the game. Get immersed. The music, the voice acting. Just the lack of Atreus telling you what the puzzle answers are.
But let's qualify that slightly. Switch off the other streamers you're listening to. Put our podcast on YouTube. Yes. Mute it if you want. Just give us the view. Like, by all accounts. Not all. Don't get rid of all YouTube by all accounts.
Yeah, you like Nick and Dave.
Yeah, Nick and Dave on the other screen whilst you're studying or playing. Go nuts.
But I mean, the last thing for audio, I promise. Yeah. How nice is it that we don't have anyone just shouting the puzzle solutions in our ear constantly.
That's true. No, that's true. Oh yeah, that's true. What there was I was playing a game just the other day where they literally tell you that. They do it. Oh, what was it? It's one of those games when you stop moving.
Yeah.
And then when you stop moving for like 2 minutes, it goes, remember, go to the Cavern of Dawn. So it's like, yeah, it is annoying. I can't remember what game it was, but I was literally listening to that not too long ago.
Is that Death Stranding 2? Is that Dollman telling you what to do?
Yes, that could be Dollman. Yeah, you could be right. That could be it. Which is it is annoying, like I say.
It's very annoying. It's very annoying. I didn't know how much I needed just a protagonist that shuts the hell up.
It's funny because I'm a big JRPG guy, and that's the opposite to what most protagonists do.
Yes, definitely. But you know what you're signing up for. You know what you're signing up for in that case.
That's very true. Very true. Very true.
If you're playing Octopath Traveler, it's because there are 8 protagonists.
That's right. And tons of dialogue, just how it should be.
Tons. In this case, 0. When you leave that ATV, there's going to be not a single word of spoken dialogue if you don't meet an NPC.
That's very true. Except for crying babies and wailing parents and all the other atmospheric
beheaded that children.
This game throws at you. Anything else audio? Should we jump into gameplay?
Let's do gameplay.
Okay, my first question, gameplay-wise, what weapon did you main?
Easy. Pole arm.
No.
Yes.
Ah, no, I was a hatchet man all the way.
The dual hatchets.
Sorry?
The dual...
Yeah, the dual hatchets, the dual axes were great.
Nice.
Loved them.
Nice.
I found the pole arm kind of a bit slow. Like I wanted to get in there.
That's fine. I get it. I traded in the speed for reach.
Yeah, I get it. Keep them far away. But again, gameplay-wise, you get... Strangely enough, I thought you get lots of weapons, but you only actually fundamentally get 4. Yeah. You get the axes, the swords, the polearm...
And the greatsword. And
the greatsword, right? Yeah. You can, of course, in this, you can customize them with terror, ecstasy, rage, and the other one.
I was not expecting when you enhance them with one of these elements to change the entire look of the weapon.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, right? My red axes do look great. I'm not gonna lie, very Kratos feeling.
So you went with rage as well.
Well, I just thought the world's falling apart.
Nice.
You know, despair does not sound like something you want to put on your weapon anyway. That just sounds sad.
No, I don't want to put grief on my pole arm.
Yeah, exactly.
I would put terror, but I went with rage as well.
Yeah, rage is, pretty red on your weapons. Just looks great. Another fun mechanic in this, which I did like as well, is that the you can level up your weapons by just use. The more you use it, the more bad guys you kill, the stronger your weapons get as you go along. So that you can stick to one weapon if you like it, and it will level up with you as you progress through the game in regards to bad guys and them leveling up around you. But yeah, I was dual axes and then great sword as like my backup for like smacking hard.
Wow, we could not have been more different. I got pole arm and my backup was the sword.
Wow, that's crazy. So we were literally opposites of the same coin, right?
But I mean, besides the combat, I think the biggest game mechanic that has got the industry abuzz about this game would be the fact that this game has 0 hand-holding.
Yes.
None. Nothing.
Which I kind of like, because I was worried, because...
Only kinda.
Well, I do actually. Because this is a narrative-based game, I'd say it's more on the narrative and exploration than it is the fighting, right?
Yes.
So I liked they made the fighting not like super challenging. Like super hard, like Elden Ring and all those other things, right?
It can just be a button mash if you want.
Yes, so that you can actually progress the narrative without getting hitting a brick wall each time in regards to coming up against a bad guy or multiple bad guys and all this. I kind of like that. I think you've got to find that balance, and I think it found the balance really well because, I'm not great at Elden Ring or Dark Souls, but I could play this game pretty readily with my
I was gonna
and such.
Bring this up. At the start of this game, I tried playing it like a Soulslike.
Yes, I can imagine, right?
And I just lost constantly.
Are you a parrier or a dodger?
I tried both. I tried parrying and dodging, and I tried being strategic and save my stamina and play it like a soul, and I just lost completely. So I gave up and button mashed and rolled when I needed to. And then I started winning.
Okay, yeah, there is that aspect to it.
So this isn't a Souls-like. It's got some Souls-like elements. I don't even want to say that.
Well, it's got a little bit. I do like that. Did you notice that the weapons, in regards to their combo chain, your damage increases the more combos you string together without being interrupted or healing? Which I thought was kind of cool, especially with my axes. Like, my first 2 attacks with my axe are kind of lame, except for if I hit the third one, and then it gets super powered.
Yeah.
And the healing mechanic. Did you like the healing mechanic? The healing ring?
I did. The rally mechanic in this, I think, is very overpowered. A couple of hits, and then you can heal just half of your HP bar.
Because once you defeat the little pixelated monsters, the things sometimes stand there just waiting for you to do that. They're the cool finisher.
Yes.
Which then you can just farm that for health. You do one cool finisher, hit your healing ring, and you're good to go again. Yeah. Brand new.
That is a bit. That you can get a lot of health if you just fight correctly, which just emphasizes our point further that this game isn't for the combat. Sure, the combat's there, but I think it's only there to gamify this.
Oh, it really is. I even found the flashy, the flashy stylized moves you could do were kind of meh. Like, I've got a big red pulse. Great. Yeah, then, like you said, the gameplay, the fighting isn't the fleshed out part.
No,
it's good, and it does keep you engaged. It is there. Like when you got like 6 or 7 different enemies coming down on you, and you're dodging and you're fighting and trying to heal. There's some engagement there, and it is quite fun. I found the drone attacks boring, like far anyway.
The only one that I find useful is still the first one you get, the distract.
Yeah, it really is the only useful one, and it's only useful because it slightly distracts someone. That's not cool.
Exactly.
I want to drop
whenever
bombs.
Somebody throws up one of those big hearts, the pixelated hearts, I distract the demon so I could deal with the heart.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's
good strategy. So yeah, it's some of that that's kind of a bit. I do like you got like gate guardians for the voids that you got to kind of hunt down and kill, and then you can get access to the void, and there was a lot there that's kind of fun. And if the exploration part, I'm not entirely sure if you have to get rid of the voids. Am I wrong?
You have to what?
Right, is narratively they make you get rid of one, right? The very first one in the marshes.
Yes.
Yes. Did you have to do that story-wise?
Because
I swear when you go from the Keeper's Watch or whatever the hell it's called,
they
give you the little diamondy thing to help you do it, but they tell you to go look for that flower at the same time.
Yeah.
So I'm not entirely sure if you have to.
No, you don't have to, because I've not closed a time loop.
There you go. And you can close 2. Well, I can close 2. Because I found one of the vaults of knowledge or whatever the hell that lady gives you later on when you give her research stuff.
Yeah.
And that gave you another one of those little triangle things to stop close another void thing. Or time lapse, or whatever they call them.
Okay.
Which is another fun mechanic. You get to go around shutting down, and those are really sad too, because they're little bubbles of despair or human weakness, for lack of a better term, right?
And
those
it's people, really actual people, stuck in that moment forever.
Yeah. It is. It is crazy. It's a crazy little narrative, bubble there. That's really quite sad. And I was shocked too when you get rid of one. The wreckage of what that memory was replaying is then just left there, and you'll see the bodies or the fire and stuff like that. It is kind of a sad, visual narrative to put forward that you kind of just pop, which is. It gives you, it hits you in the feels, as the youngsters say.
Again, this game does the reality of a civil war.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of games shy away from a lot of the things that are in this game.
And religion, right? This kind of has its own religion in regards to it, and the pluses and the minuses of religious devotism, so to speak, in this game.
They've devoted to the god Sethris. And also they've got their version of Satan called TR.
That's right, yeah. Which is, again, for a game to play around with, most games shy away from that because you don't really want to touch on any sort of toes that could resemble any sort of religion.
Because it could scare off potential buyers.
Yes, exactly.
Players.
But they really go, into it quite well, making fictitious religions and gods and stuff like that, but they do play on the human aspect of those things and what happens when they clash or when it's combined with civil war and the things that happen in regards to humans and good decisions and bad decisions. They do it very well. That is such a cool aspect.
Oh, it is. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of how they kind of meshed the setting you've got here with the main gameplay loop. That
it is well done.
Finding puzzles or questions and then solving them your own way. Well, not your own way, but finding the answer yourself.
Yes. And like you said, that's a lot of the gameplay. Sorry.
Yes, I think that's a majority of the gameplay, and that's what they were focused on, not the combat. The combat's there, it's serviceable, but what players really get to stew and simmer in is the puzzles.
Yeah, agreed. And you get pieces randomly. You'll get one of those rods, right? And it's got a shape on it, and you're like, where the hell does this go? And then you go to a place and you go, oh, this has got rod-like holes in it. Excellent. Does this rod fit? No. No, it doesn't. This does not fit in that peg. This peg does not fit in that hole. And you're like, bugger. Because you got 2 of them, but it's 3 holes. And so there's a lot of, again, just that promotion of exploration and checking behind every wall or looking up. Looking up is a feature that you've got to. Gamers don't look up, but in this game, you've got to if you want to.
You've got to look everywhere. You've got to look everywhere for these answers. But I must say, when you find the answer and the Magojanegadiga clicks, it feels.
How many have you done of those? The rod things?
What, the limbic rods?
Yeah.
Oh, I've just managed to.
Ah, damn it.
Open one.
One more than me. I did the one in the secret underground place where the blacksmith is.
I've not even done that one.
You've not done that one?
No.
That's crazy. Because that's kind of like, that's like a gimme. they kind of give you that one.
I guess it is, but when I found the whatever, I just left.
Yeah.
When I found what I need to, I just left.
Where's Vitalis? I need to find him. I'm not waiting here. But that's what it does well. Again, like I said, the gameplay lets you just do it at your pace. Go wherever the hell you want to. Go look up this ruin or that ruin, and why is that ruin the shape of a snake's
whatever
head?
Piques your curiosity. Whatever piques your curiosity.
That's right.
If you take away the objective marker, people are thinking you're taking stuff away and making this game worse. No, they're giving you the freedom of having you decide where you want to go.
And it's quite a relief. It is. It's again, like I said, it's very weird to be praising kind of taking away a gameplay mechanic that was added years ago to games that we're all used to. And just taking that away is a new gameplay mechanic that makes you feel
crazy
good,
how far we've come, how far we've fallen. You decide.
That's right. And why can't you stand on the snakehead? That's all I wanted to do. There was a big snakehead. I climbed up its neck. I thought there's going to be something great at the top here.
Yeah.
And then it stops you from going on its head. And the big other problem with this game, just dawned on me because I got to that snakehead and I wanted to do one thing, and that was jump onto the snakehead. But why, Nick? Why could I not jump onto the snakehead? Do you know why?
No.
There's no jump.
Right. Yes, there's no jump. Of course. How have we not mentioned this yet? There's no jump.
Yeah. I just want to jump. I don't have to be athletic. I don't have to be Elden Ring.
It's so
but
weird.
Come on, mate.
Remy is clearly a very athletic guy.
Yeah, right? He does everything else. Why can't he jump? It bugs me so much.
He's run away from his Owen Peacekeepers platoon, invaded a country in the midst of a civil war.
Yeah, right?
Running away from a helicopter.
Right?
He's very fit, but no. He can't jump.
It bugs me so much because I just want to jump over this one pixel or this one fence or something, but you have to go round each time.
Yeah.
And okay, narratively, I'm not entirely sure. Are those rivery things like black goo, or can he also not swim to save his life and you die if you fall in it?
Here's it. Are you ready for it? I tried swimming in this game.
Yeah, you die instantly and you get the big fat chin.
Die instantly.
It was a bit frustrating because I fell into the water. I didn't quite look where I was stepping. And I thought I just fell into a hole and I had to climb out of it. And then it's like, oh, whoa. And then the big chin man's like, oh, you're not over yet. Or whatever the hell he says.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, whoa, damn. He died in what looks like a puddle's worth of water. Like, he can't jump or swim. That sociopathic lifestyle's hard.
Remy?
Right, go on.
Anyway, performance.
Yes. Again, I don't know why. Every time we go to the performance bit, you give worse scores than I did. I don't know if I'm just very chill in regards to like, it was alright, and you're like, no, this was.
It needs to be perfect.
I'm just like, I think it was fine. What happened to you then?
No, it was also just fine. I had some slight things. There was some spots where I had some frame drops, and it was in Jova when there was some fire and smoke that needed to be rendered in the background.
Oh, okay.
And the frame drops slightly.
Okay. Did you, out of curiosity...
It's nothing substantial or immersion breaking.
Because I guess there's too many streamers on and stuff like that. Did you, when you heard the town was called Jova, did your mind instantly go to that? Okay, I'm gonna sound like an old man. Don't young people say it's Jova as in it's over in regards to? And so as the town was called Jova, I was thinking, is that a subtle nod at it being over? And the town itself is desolate and kind of broken?
I did not think about that at all.
Okay.
I was thinking it's actually a small not play on words, but a little wordplay about the deity Jehovah.
Oh, wow, you went even deeper. I went young vernacular. You went full on Jehovah, like religion. Okay, yeah, I guess it could be.
That's where my mind went.
Fair enough. Again,
religion
great
is
story,
a big part
right?
of this game. I wouldn't put it past them.
Okay, and was it just the frame rates used? Oh, sorry, some
slight frame rate drops and pop-in.
Yeah, okay, I probably did see some pop-in, that's true. Which again, this is a double A game,
isn't.
Right?
It's not that much, and it's not immersion breaking. I just kind of noticed it slightly.
Yes, okay. Yes, and we have to. It's part of why we do the podcast. We can't just let everything slip by. But apart from that, it was kind of fine, right? There was those pop-ins and frame rates, but nothing game-breaking I came across in the slightest. Or
Same.
Did you? Oh yeah, there you go. Again, it's their first game, right? You said this is company's first game, double A type game out the bat. I don't think this was too bad as a first time. No, I know they had some pedigree behind them. Did they have one other game? I think they did.
Ooh, Rogue Factor.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I do think
it was a game I'd never heard of ever.
Really?
Yeah. I gotta look it up now because I should have written it down.
Do that. While you do that, I'm going to move on to value for money and say,
go for it.
I think that this game being 25 to 30 hours is slightly too long.
Oh, okay. Slightly too
long. Please. Emphasis on the word slightly. I think about 5 hours or maybe even 7 or 8 could have been cut for a tighter experience. Because when games... The gameplay loop in this is great. The game mechanics are awesome. I truly enjoy... the combat's serviceable, but I enjoy everything else. The puzzle solving, the no hand holding.
Agreed.
But a game can overstay its welcome.
Yeah, it's such a hard thing to balance, isn't it? I always think to myself, we get the luxury of playing these games and then kind of pulling them apart. But could you imagine being in the boardroom saying, should we make this bit an hour? Should we make this bit an hour and a half? Is it too long? Is it too short? It actually, it's got to be really hard. Pacing has got to be a really hard thing to actually plan and do. Right?
Pacing is much more important than people realize.
Yeah,
if you're
difficult.
Doom, the pacing for this game is going to be horrendous.
Yes, exactly.
If you're just a Call of Duty shooter dude, bro, you're not going to vibe with this game and it's not going to stick. Don't even try.
It's got to be so hard to do. The other game they kind of did, I don't know if it was this company or it was before this, they did, they made a game of the board game Mordheim? City of the Damned.
Mordheim.
And it was a board game which then they kind of tried to make the board game into a video game, but it didn't really, that same joy you get from a board game didn't really transfer across to a video game.
It really does.
And they had a hand in a game called Necromunda Underhive Wars, which I've also not heard of.
I think that's a Warhammer 40k game.
I'm looking at it. It looks like Warhammer 40k. But
Yeah, I think that.
I look at the art on the front of it, and I don't see any.
Any Space Marines.
Yeah, exactly, Space Marines. But granted, it is a very massive world, isn't it? The Warhammer thing.
Yes. Space Marines. Space Marines would be the Pikachu.
Yes, agreed. Yes, exactly it. That's exactly it.
Of Warhammer 40k. Sure, Pikachu's the poster child, and Pikachu's a big part and an important part of Pokemon, but come on, there are
1,000 other Pokemon out there.
Exactly.
Right? That's it, that's true.
I think
the
you're
Pokemon
right. world's huge.
I just saw their website. It's got a Games Workshop thing on it, so it's got to be
Games
Warhammer,
Workshop.
right?
That is Warhammer.
Yeah, it's got to be Warhammer. Okay, so they did have a hand in a couple other games, but this is definitely their first foray into their own one.
So they kind of did cut their teeth beforehand.
Yes, exactly. Nice. But yeah, like out the gate, this game is $50.
50.
Yeah, I got it down as 50. Did you get it somewhere else?
Wow, I thought it was 60.
No, I checked yesterday.
I mean, if it's $50, that's great. That's good. That's a great price for this.
Well, I thought it's so hard because what did we play this the other day? And again, I think sometimes Silk Song just came out and it's 20. And what did we play the other day? And that was like 40. And we were like, oh, that's a great price point. And
Mafia,
even
the old country was $50.
Yeah, even Expedition 33, I think, was less than $50. I think that was $40. I forget now.
I think Elden Ring Night Rain is $40.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, this is 50 on Steam right now. Which I just thought was a tad high.
I don't think so.
But again, it's one of those things now. If I see a game that's less than $80, I'm kind of like, score, because Nintendo and all the other people following it. So if it's under 80, I'm like, great price.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we're already conditioned by the company.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I thought when I thought to myself, well, at least it isn't 80. And I thought to myself, damn, we are conditioning ourselves to be prepared.
No.
Come on, Silk Song. Everybody do like $20. Again, but it's not this game, but fantastic price point. I think it's genius. I hope more. And like you said, 50 is not too much. 40 is better. Again, for a AA game, and there is a lot of work in this. It is kind of pretty. This is, this is AA almost banging on the door of a AAA-esque type game, no? Like a AA plus.
Kinda. Maybe, yes.
Am I being too nice? No, I could be being too nice.
I don't know. I think the budget for this can't have been more than...
Yeah.
It can't have been more than 40 million.
Yeah,
I think the budget for this game is hovering around 30 million. Yeah. And AAA titles are closing in on 150, 200 million.
Oh, easy. Yeah, that's true. And everything's getting ridiculously priced.
No, I still think that this is squarely in the AA camp. If that budget is 40 million or below, 30 million and below, then that's AA.
Okay, it makes sense. That's
because Chronos The New Dawn, I think reportedly that the budget for that was 27 million.
Oh, really? Wow.
I think I might have that wrong.
Okay. Well, it is what it is. I'd say 50 is a little high, but you are getting a lot of game there. And again, as we said in so many podcasts before, if this is your type of game, it's well worth the 50. It's worth the 50 if this is slightly your type of game by all accounts. Because it is. It's fun. This
gameplay loop, if this is for you, then yes, you'd pay 50, you'd pay 60, okay, I'm going to stop there.
If you're just playing, I was going to call it Farmsville, Stardew Valley and stuff like that, this probably isn't your type of cup of tea. On that note, what do we actually score this game, though?
Our scores for Hell Is Us dove deep into a dungeon and found a demon with a rage heart.
Nice.
Bound to its body externally. Although, I must say, our scores are quite well equipped. They've got limbic swords and weapons, and they've got their own little owl companions, but each and every one of them died. How sad.
That is sad.
Until a man with a broccoli head picked up one of our scores, and our limbic scores was the letter grade rating of B-.
That's not too
another
shabby.
B-.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. That's like the fourth B- in like a month, if not a month and a bit, right?
I think you're right.
Which isn't our fault. We're not just
no.
like, let's just call every game a B- and just be at it, right? No one can be angry if we score everything a B-. That's fine, right?
Yeah. If we take out Lost Soul aside,
yeah, that's right.
We're on a string of B- games.
It's all up to Borderlands 4 to kind of change.
Come on, Borderlands 4.
B-, it's a good game.
We're not supposed to say that part yet, Dave.
Sorry. But by all accounts, a B- game is again one of those games you should pick up if you
should. You should.
If it goes on sale, by all means, wait for it to do that. But it's a game that everyone should actually play. They should say, I played that, I kind of liked it, or I gave it a go.
You're right. Good, if you end up liking this,
yeah,
fantastic. But a B- is a game you should at least try.
Agreed.
It's got some
exactly right.
novel ideas. Well, it's novel now. It wasn't novel 25 years ago.
Yeah, it's what I could say. I've already forgotten that new young word you gave me. It's new terror.
Jehovah.
What do you call it? What did you call the new weird? See, I'm not. It's the new weird game that which is a lot of fun. I think this is one of those games we discussed this a lot of time. We put a few hours in it. We always ask ourselves, are we going to complete it after the podcast is done? Like, get it all done. And I think this is a yes. I would finish this.
I think this is a yes for me as well. I want to know what happened
to his mum and stuff like that.
I enjoy Halizas present
which is great. Which is in its own right just shows its pedigree. Like, there's
Absolutely.
We've all got backlogs out there that we all say, we should go back to that and I should finish that. But this game, I think, does have the legs for me to actually want to finish to the end to see what everything's all about.
We recommend Halizas.
Yes, definitely. Pick it up.
But thank you for listening to the Critical Arcade Podcast. I would also recommend the Critical Arcade Podcast. Tell your friends. Spread the word.
Send a pigeon.
Leave a review. What did you say?
Send a pigeon. Do a Banksy artwork with Critical Arcade on it.
Yes, send a pigeon. Do a Banksy artwork of... what's the one that he did about... a judge smacking a person with
that was recent. That was just the other day. That's been painted over.
Like yesterday.
That's right. That was cool. It was painted over, sadly, which is it's a shame. That was probably worth millions.
Could be.
Yeah.
Don't do
By all
vandalism.
means, do a Banksy, do a hopscotch, and the last square just says Critical Arcade on it.
Do that.
Get it out
Subscribe.
There. Tell people.
Press all the buttons. Tell all your friends.
That's right.
Dave, where can we follow you?
Well, you can follow me out and about, but fundamentally, after playing this game, I was actually able to slowly start to form a time-lapse bubble thing that perpetually just stops your grief in that one moment in a perpetual void of no time itself. And that one moment of finding me will cause so much despair, I can actually freeze it in place and perpetually keep you in a bubble of despair for all time. Just for just ever. And I can walk out of it. Let me just point this out. I can walk out of it and I'll just leave you there. Sorry, you're not going to hang out with me for eternity. I'm going to leave you in the bubble on your own. Just so you know.
Don't follow Dave.
Exactly.
Dave,
don't follow Dave.
Now you can tell us. What have we got lined up for next week?
I wonder if anyone can guess what next week's game is. Next week's game is on everyone's lips at the moment. Is it Gearbox? I was just going to make myself look stupid.
It is Gearbox, yes.
Can Gearbox win back their fandom? Will Borderlands 4 be the game that we want? Is the next Borderlands 2? Or have they just, lost the magic formula? Is the source gone? So we get to hopefully find out next week if Borderlands 4 has still got it. Because both of us have a history with it. We both know what's good. We both sadly know what's bad. So we'll see next week to see if Borderlands 4 will win back its fan base.
Yes.
We'll see. I'm skeptical, but we'll see.
And if you want to join on that discussion, tune in next week. We'll see you then. Cheers.
Cheers.